For us, it's always been, mission driven. I believed in the intersection of people and technology to do powerful things. VigiLife is the name of our company. It's actually a portmanteau of the word vigilant and life. And fundamentally, what we're trying to do is bridge those together and leverage technology to remain vigilant over what matters most, which is human life. We have two products. So our first and most notable product that's been in the market for about 3 or 4 years now is called Safeguard. So what Safeguard effectively is a solution that leverages sensors, primarily wearable sensors, contextual analytics and things like artificial intelligence, and then 3, as I like to say, intuitive alerts. Our second product is one that we've recently launched, which is called Shield. Shield is going to be the first Class 1 Division 1 intrinsically safe health sensor specifically focused on heat stress. The origin story of our technology goes way back to the belly of a C-5 aircraft in a Air Force depot maintenance environment, where the current state of the art for individuals working in these dirty and dull and dangerous environments was to tie ropes around people's legs and have the standby safety attendant yank on that rope, and the person would yank back every so often to make sure that they knew that they were safe. So ultimately, we had some investment through the United States Air Force through the SBIR program that allowed us to take that pretty antiquated method and really get it into the 21st century with the use of wearable sensors, iPads, wireless networking, all of that technology. And we built out a proof of concept that was purchased by the Air Force and built in partnership with Aptima and Lockheed Martin. That led to the opportunity for me to spin the technology out of my prior employer and form it as a dedicated company known as VigiLife today. Our idea blossomed from a concept into a real company with a product with commercial sales and thousands of active users of our platform. When we did have a saved confirmed life, we've had multiple at this point, but that first one for us really said, hey, we're making an impact. We've seen our technology deployed from use cases with organizations like CareSource to managed care populations all the way to first responders and warfighters and laborers. Anywhere where there's individuals at risk that an organization, especially that's responsible for the livelihoods of hundreds, if not thousands of people, could benefit from our technology. As I started to go full-time, we recognized pretty early on that the company was going to need resources to be able to scale and to meet this mission, to hire good engineers, and really develop the safety critical solution and mission that we're pursuing. We needed to attract the talent and raise the capital to make that happen. The Entrepreneurial Center obviously has been a fantastic resource for us. That I found so much support in this community of fellow innovators and business leaders willing to, extend a helping hand, whether it be advice, a check, or even so much to say as potential introductions to clients. I got an MBA from the Kelley School of Business at IU, and they have a pretty active venture community and have an IU Angel Network. So it was the only angel network I actually spent time to pitch, and we were successful in that we did get a couple checks out of that organization. That those investors have been fantastic and have provided a lot of impact beyond capital. A lot of individuals considering raising capital think that they might be more ready than they actually are. A lot of milestones have to be attained for the most part before an investor is willing to put their time and energy and money into your business. I mean, they need to see that you're fully committed. They need to see that you've done your homework, you've done your competitive analysis, you've been speaking to customers. As an engineer, we have a tendency to want to just sit in the lab all day and build our technology to be as great as it can be. But to really make sure that you methodically work through all of those, there's a lot of steps that need to get done before you're ever ready to raise capital. When you start to talk to professional investors, they can be ruthless. We've all seen the TV shows, and quite frankly, it's welcome. From my standpoint, feedback is a gift. But from the similarity standpoint, a pitch is a pitch. I think being able to clearly convey your vision, why it's important, why now, why the capital is needed, and why the investor that you're speaking to on the other end is the right person to help you achieve that mission. Fundraising is a full-time job, and that is true, but so are founder-led sales, so is building a product. If VCs kind of sense that you've got plenty of time on your hands, they recognize that maybe this company isn't ready to raise, and really they'd like to see founders that are intentional about their time and really being very specific. I think some of the advice I would give to somebody who's just thinking about raising capital is one, commit. Probably a common thing for first-time founders is a lot of times just making the assumption that this product's ready for market, the investors will come to me. Isn't typical, and a lot of individuals that are builders often naturally don't like to sell and to pitch, and that's what fundraising is, right? Is it's ultimately selling. and I do need to be prepared. I do need to put the due diligence in when I'm meeting with the investor to understand who their LPs are, what check sizes they typically write, what sorts of geographies they support and markets they support. So had a few fun initial meetings that helped me realize that I needed to take it seriously, and it wasn't a college assignment you could wing at 11 p.m. on a Friday.